Well, after topping the box office twice in 2 separate decades, The Best Man is making its way back, well, better yet, making its way to paperback.
The man behind both films, Malcom D. Lee, brings characters audiences fell in love with to print with The Best Man, Unfinished Business. Malcom joins us right now on the Good Day Couch. Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it is.
A pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, she talked about it right there. People have fallen in love. They know these characters.
Totally.
Most people do from the films. But you decided to put it down in book form for the first time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, the fans wanted more. That was one of the reasons. Although I was like, y'all just gonna have to just deal with what you saw already, right?
Because we thought it came to an end with the
final chapters. Yeah, exactly. And that was the intention. You know, it was very exhausting, and also just, you know, it's tough to mount a television show or a movie. And I said, you know, I've always loved the written word, and I've fantasized about writing a novel. And I thought, okay, here's some characters that we already know. Backstory we already know. Let me give a shot at trying this and try my hand at this. And so it was a great eye-opening thing, and I loved the end result.
So I'll let you explain how much you want to, but it picks up kind of where things left off with the TV series.
Correct.
Right? And continues there.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we follow Harper, Robin, and Jordan. It's really kind of the love triangle that kind of drove the movies and the television series, and we're dedicating a chapter to each of their POVs. And so, you know, Harper is living in Brooklyn.
And that's the Taye Diggs.
That's Taye Diggs' character, right? And he, you know, he's very successful, you know, in his professional life. He's won a Pulitzer Prize, and you know, enjoying a lot of dating right now. But you know, he's a little unfulfilled, not really fitting into his friend group like he used to. His ex-wife Robin is living in Ghana. She's opened a restaurant. She's, you know, kind of rebirthed herself, reborn, raising their preteen daughter. And then Jordan is in Malibu, trying to, like, you know, detox from the corporate world, and she still has a pull to get back into the workforce, and also a pull towards Harper.
Yes, a pull on a different side, though, not in that executive suite.
Not in the executive suite. No, it is a pull that's always existed between them since they were in college.
Yes.
And you know, will they you know, fulfill
That's
this
the question.
dream?
Yes.
Will they ever?
Do they hook up?
Well,
is the
you'll have
question.
to. And I know you're partly into the book, but I will tell you, it will be. The fans have been wanting these two to link up, or
Yes.
at least ask the question, like, what are they going to? They'll have to read the book, and they will see, and they will not be dissatisfied with that. They will, matter of fact, be very excited about it.
I have to ask you,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
are there any parallels between you and Harper?
I mean, some.
I mean, you're married.
Yes.
Harper is now divorced.
Right.
But what are the parallels? What are the similarities that you
I mean, look,
share?
we're both writers. You
Successful black men.
Yeah, that. You know, I think I have a very much. First of all these characters are a big part of me, right? I mean, they all came out of me. Jordan is somebody that I relate to quite a bit as well. You know,
Why?
it's surprising. Just because how career-focused she is. I mean, she's way more career-focused than I am. I was very career-focused as well, and I had to balance that out, you know? So I would say, yeah, I do have some similarities to Harper, but it's Jordan as well.
When you look at the book, this is the first of 3, right?
First of 3, yes.
Okay, so this focuses on Harper, Jordan, and Robin.
That's correct.
Will the other books focus on the other characters?
Yes, they will. I mean,
And are they written?
And they're not written yet.
Okay.
We're in the process of doing myself and my co-writer Jane Allen. So you know, what the intention was, okay, we're gonna we're gonna wrap up, you know, their story, these 3 story in the first book, and then go on to Lance and his new wife, Jasmine, Quentin, Shelby, Murch, Candace. But as fate would have it, we're going to continue Harper, Jordan, and Robin's story, because there is kind of a cliffhanger at the end. I can't even call it
oh my
kind
God,
of a cliffhanger.
I can't wait to hear more.
It is a cliffhanger for sure.
Well, I want to get into the Sable, because this is a new bourbon that you just started with Taye Diggs, Morris Chestnut, Harold Pernod, which we all know them from Best Man. Tell us how this partnership came about. Is this a way to promote the book, the franchise?
No,
Tell us more.
Honestly, you know, these are separate and apart from one another. You know, after you know, final chapters, you know, we love working with each other, right? These guys were at my wedding, right? You know, back in 2000, after Best Man, and so they're integral to my career. And so, like, you know, it was Harold's brainchild, you know, because the Best Man characters, the men especially, they're always getting together, and they always this kind of brown spirit. And Harold was like, well, why don't we make our own brown spirit? And we're like, okay, like let's pursue it. So that's what we did, and everything from the design of the bottle to the font to the cork to everything to the juice itself is all us, collaborating and saying, this is what we like and this is what we want. And it was never really a divergence of opinion. We're like, okay, we all agreed this is it. And it just so happens that, it's at around the same time that we had the book coming out. So I got books and bourbon summer.
And there you go. You just pour yourself a glass, sit back and read the book.
Absolutely.
Which
and if you don't like to read, you can just listen to it.
No, it's
right?
so good.
You got the audio book as well.
That's right.
Best Man, Unfinished Business,
Yes.
Malcom D. Lee, the first of the upcoming trilogy to follow the movies and the TV series. Thank you so much, man.
Yes,
thank you.
And it is a spicy page turner.
It is spicy.
I'm just going to say it is.
All right.
I've been caught in my feelings quite a few times. Thank you for
There's your
that.
tease. We'll be back with more Good Day after this.